Welcome back. We're going to be working on dividing fractions now. You need your pencil and note 6 again. So this is the back side of note 6. The front side is the multiplying integers. Sorry, the multiplying fractions. All right. So dividing fractions is really the same thing as multiplying fractions with 2 extra steps. So to divide fractions, we have to use the reciprocal of the second fraction and change the division sign to multiplication. So a reciprocal is just a fraction upside down. The numerator and denominator switch places. And the product of a fraction and its reciprocal is 1. So the reciprocal of 3/4 is 4/3. If I multiply that together, I get 12/12, which equals 1. So first, let's start by finding reciprocals. So what would the reciprocal of 5/7 be? 7/5. Exactly right. 2 1/3. Well, before we find its reciprocal, we need to convert it to an improper fraction. 2 times 3 is 6, plus 1 is 7. So we have 7/3. So what's the reciprocal now? That's right, 3/7. On example C, we need to make sure we have a denominator. So we have an integer right now. We're going to put a 1 in the denominator. And so then this reciprocal would be -1/6. That's right. It doesn't matter if that 6 has the negative sign or the 1 has the negative sign or whether the negative sign's even in the middle. It's just saying that that fraction is negative. So now that we know how to find a reciprocal to divide fractions, we're just going to rewrite the problem using the reciprocal of the second fraction and replace the division with multiplication. So again, we have 2/3 divided by 5/6. So we replace the division with the multiplication, and we'll do the reciprocal of 5/6, which is 6/5. And then we'll work like we did on multiplying. First, we'll simplify by a factor of 3, and then we'll multiply across. Let's try some more examples together. So 7/8 divided by 1/4. So we have 7/8. Division will change to multiplication, and we'll do the reciprocal of the second fraction. Now it's time to simplify. 4 goes into 4 once, 4 goes into 8 twice, and now we multiply across. 7 times 1 is 7. 2 times 1 is 2. We have an improper fraction, so we're going to convert it back to a mixed number. How many times does 2 go into 7? 3 times. 3 times 2 is 6. So we're left with a remainder of 1. So 3 is our whole number, 1 is our numerator, and our divisor is our denominator. Let's try a few more. Let's take a look at B. 5/8 divided by -3/4. So we have 5/8, division changes to multiplication, and we're going to do the reciprocal of the second fraction. Again, we see that we can simplify. Five times 1 is 5. 2 times -3 is -6. And so our simplified version is -5/6. Can I convert this to a mixed number? No, that doesn't make sense. This is what type of fraction? A proper fraction, which means its value is already less than 1. So we are done here. Let's do one more example together. Let's do example E. So example E, first we need to convert mixed number to an improper fraction. 3 times 3 is 9. 9 plus 2 is 11. So we have -11 thirds divided by, well, this is -4 over 1. So we're just going to bring that down in our first step. Now we're ready. Division is going to change to multiplication. And we're going to do the reciprocal of the fraction here. If you're running out of room on your paper, just kind of come over to the side. There's nothing to simplify, so we're going to multiply across. -1 times 11 is -11. 3 times -4 is -12. Are we done here? Have we fully simplified? No, we haven't. What's a negative divided by a negative? A positive. So our final answer, 11/12 as a proper fraction. Let's go back to C. First, we need to make 14 into a fraction. Once we've done that, what do you think we need to do? Right, we're going to keep the 14 over 1. Division is going to change to multiplication, and we're going to do the reciprocal of the second fraction. Do you see anything that we can simplify? I do too. 7 and 14. 7 goes into 7 once. 7 divides into 14 twice. So we have 2 times 10, which is 20, and 1 times 1, which is 1, giving us a final answer of 20. And our last problem together, take a look at D. So before we change or do the reciprocal of the second fraction, what do you think we need to do? Right, we need to convert that fraction into an improper fraction. So we'll keep the 5/3. We're going to keep the division. Don't change it yet. 2 times 4 is 8, plus 1 is 9. Once you've converted to an improper fraction, now you're ready. So we have 5/3 times the reciprocal, 4/9. Can I simplify the 3 and the 9? I cannot. Those are both denominators now. Is there anything else to simplify? I don't see anything either. So let's multiply. 5 times 4 is 20. 3 times 9, 27. We have a proper fraction. Its value is less than 1. And so we're done. There you go. Good job.